Hi, welcome back to the channel, Shop Titans. What does fast crafts means to you? There are actually two ways to look at it. Sharing with you my thoughts in this video, and of course, to me, fast craft is not only just crafting fast, but it's also shopping time. And now my shop racks are full. Alright, so it's always important to do your resource beans upgrades, no matter how expensive they are. But why do you need to do that is because with that resource beans upgraded to the maximum, you could have more resources that's once. And another thing is that you can actually keep those resource beans that you are not upgraded yet, and then you can create more display shelf so you can increase your energy level, and of course with that you can actually surcharge those very expensive items. Otherwise you're kept in that limit, wouldn't allow you to do so. Alright, so creating a opportunity to do bounties, like creating and crafting items, are really important because that gives you that additional resource boost whenever you require. So currently there's this fast craft event going on, and I earlier mentioned during my early part of this video is that there are two views about it. I mean, everybody thought that fast craft is just crafting fast and we should just continue crafting. Yes, you're not wrong. I mean, that's perfectly correct in way of interpretation. But I always like to view it from another perspective as well. Fast craft, which actually means one thing, which means actually everybody is crafting very fast. Yes, that's what I said just now, right? So you said, why am I repeating that? Okay, I'm repeating it because I want you to know from what I experience is that if everybody is crafting very fast, it would means that everybody would be selling very fast, which means there will be a lot of items available in the market. When that happens, we are talking about supply and demand in terms of pricing. The higher the supply, which is the constant in demand, the cheaper will be the goods, right? So I think that is something very simple to understand. It's just basic economics. So with this fast craft event, everybody is crafting really fast. Everybody is pushing their crafts, their goods into the market, and when they do that, they realize that someone is selling cheaper than what they are. What they do, they'll put probably $1 or lesser than what was the cheapest price ever. And along the way, there'll be another set and more of people coming on board the market, and they'll sell it. So normally this is the best time to shopping. Okay, that's what I mean by it's shopping time, especially when you need to craft something for me. Focus on runestones. You can see I'll need a lot of items to be sold in the shop, but I have no time to craft them because I'm going to craft more precious items, which is those T7 runestones for me, and at times those T9 items. So what do I do to fulfill my customers' desire? Because runestones don't sell in shops, they sell in the market for really good money. So I'll need to buy items from the market, i.e. from you guys in the market, and sell it in my shop. What do I aim for? Not T1, not T9, but T6 in between, because in many of my videos I explain about XP. So the more appropriate XP in terms of compensations for the value of money will be T6, because those T9 items are too expensive and you discount unless you're super rich, otherwise you will lose a lot of money. And as for those T1 items, very good percentage of return. What I mean by that is that $100 item you may get 200 or 300%, or even as high as 400% returned for that XP, right? But that XP return, although it's very high in percentage, but it's very low in quantum. Probably you sell one T9 items that can suit you maybe 30 or even 50 of those T1 items. So it's a mix, right? So I'll go for in between, a hybrid of both, not too expensive and not too low in terms of the XP. Then the more appropriate one would be T6 item. T7 will do as well sometimes, but T6 is more appropriate, I thought, based on my own experience. Marketing for T6 item, we shouldn't buy it probably more than 3 times of the price. The best is you get it within 2 times of the price. Alright, so in this video I'll be doing a lot of shopping. What do I shop for and how do I shop? Of course, first I'll just need to select T6, okay, T6 itself. Then of course after that I'll need to select the based on the racks. So what do you mean by based on the racks? I mean, in the shop there are 4 types of racks. You can see those armor racks, those are weapon racks, those are potion racks, and of course those tables that sells those bow or even guns, crossbows, and even daggers, right? So these are the 4 types of racks that you have in any shop, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to fill up all those racks so that there's a lot of items in the shop, a lot of variety. Don't go for only one type of items because that may not suit all the customers' needs. Customers has different preferences, different people have different items, different armor, different weapons, alright? So you just go to normal and you go to T6 and you go to first select the weapons, right? So for me, first fulfill that weapons rack. You can see the price here are really reasonable, like I mentioned, because of the high number of supplies coming from this event, the fast craft event. This is an opportunity which I will grab. I'm going to grab all the way to 520 inventory space max up. Of course, it's not just one type. I'll get average about 4 types of items per type, which means that weapons rack I'll try to get 4 different types because you need to suit different people. And at times, I mean, if you really find a good deal on those superior quality, you may wish to get them, but I'm not doing them. I think I'm going to share with you the reason why, because I've created a very special corner for the king, and as the king, based on his behavior, he will select anything that is superior and above. So you can't have the best of both worlds. You're going to sell superior items in the shop to the customers. Be prepared that the king will select that superior items and pay just 5 times of that superior items price, which is not something you wish to do. If you don't know what I'm talking about in terms of the king VIP area, then you could take a look at my playlist which I've created about this VIP area for the king. What I meant is that the king would basically come to your shop and pay 5 times the base price. Okay, so you do not want the king to buy a $100 item and give $500, right? So for me, I'll skip the superior items and only go for common items. And if I manufacture any superior items, I'll lock them up. Okay, so for the king in the corner I'm talking about, please sell only T9 items, or if not superior luxurious items, and you get earn millions of dollars every 24 hours or 48 hours. Okay, so as you can see, I'm now trying to fill up that armor rack of mine. Again, the prices are reasonable, definitely very good prices. You can see here, taking note that it is definitely not that base price. Nobody will sell items at base price. Why do you need to do that? Because after tax you're losing money. So be prepared to pay probably a double of that base price or even less at during this time because of the high supply, and get a variety of items. Do not get all of the same kind, otherwise some of your customers wouldn't happy and they will walk out, right? So try to fill up those racks right now. It is really a rare opportunity with this event coming about. Of course, you can say you can craft your own. Yes, by all means, unless you're not specialized into runestones, you're specialized into crafting certain items, that's up to you. But definitely for me, I'm buying them and I'm going to discount them. So basically I'm making a loss per piece, but that is good deal in terms of when I try to craft those runestones faster and push them to the market. Runestone likewise, it will be cheap right now. So would you want to push those runestones right now? That's up to you, but I'm pushing out those superior runestones because I know not everybody got those superior runestones. I happen to have more just because I've ascended all my blueprints to 3 stars, or actually most of them. So that's why I got more superior items, and superior items, given that it's rare, it will not be affected by this current event. Okay, so you got to know that every event has a different perspective of interpretation. So when it's high quality event, you craft really a lot of high quality, which also means that everybody does that as well. It will mean that high quality items in the market will be cheap. That's all. Right, so always read the events from a few perspectives. That will aid you in terms of your own progression, and of course taking advantage of that as well. So now I'm trying to fulfill that potion racks with the sell those rings and whatnot. Likewise, because I know my potion racks are always full, so I'm not buying a lot of the items, and I know that I'm hitting already 520 capacity of quite near, as well as when I need to save some space. Don't mind to the max, otherwise you can't move your crafts. unless you are crafting runestones. And runestones will also have an inventory space limitation, but not similar to those normal 520 that I have right now. Okay, so just to share with you the perspective of thinking, my thoughts, how to go about different events, and my shopping. I mean, this is just a shopping therapy. Sometimes feels good when you go shopping. So later on, I got to fill up those racks already, because buying itself doesn't mean that rack will be filled up automatically. You can fill up them to a different liking of yours. I always like to fill up my racks with different items, because when a customer goes to that rack, he would like to choose something that he likes, and if it's everything the same, it may not be his liking, and if he try a few racks, and he will just get out of the shop. So having variety in every individual racks is important, so that wherever it goes, probably the first chance when he enter into the shop looking at a rack, that is something that he got. Alright, so if not, second chance will be a second rack, and it should be able to get something, otherwise we have wasted a customer. Okay, so this is some of the small little tips I'll share with you. Of course, I'm also learning, as I mentioned. This video is not a one-way, just sharing you my thoughts. I also like to hear from you. I mean, by all means, teach me. I like to learn from you, and I'll be sharing if anything that everybody can learn as well. Alright, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.